Okay, what's up guys? We're back here, Ability Off-Road. I'm just going to show you some of the vehicles that we have, and we are going on a trip coming up soon. I just want to show you what we take. So the first one I'm going to show you today is the one I'm going to take, and it's the single-seater one here. I've had this one for 11 years, and I'll just show you around it and talk you through all the modifications that we've done to it to get it to be adapted to someone with my level of injury. This is the gear stick. This is just park, reverse, low and high. My fingers don't work, my wrists don't work. I wear this brace on the one on the right side to hold this hand straight. This is also like a feeding splint, so it's good for driving with joysticks and stuff like that. But with this hand, I can just link my fingers in there and pull it. That's reverse, and then so forth backwards. Up here, this is just a recent addition, just an emergency stop button. It's wide in, smack it down and everything shuts off. So it is electric steering. That was the biggest thing. If I damaged the sensor on the steering, I was worried that the steering motor would just keep going and going, shear off, and then there's no way of stopping the motor. And because the steering's wired directly to the battery, I just wanted to have something that would turn the steering off and also the ignition. All of these buggies, they're fitted with fire extinguishers, 2 in the back, and on this one I've got 1 on the side also. So with my level of injury, you can obviously move our arms a little bit. We don't have a lot of strength, so your arms have to be in a real comfortable position, and you have to have something to lean them on. If you're driving for a long period of time, then you can just kind of move your arms freely and you're not getting too tired, or your arms aren't getting too sore. But if you've got to hold them up, it's too much. You can only do it for a minute or two. So this armrest here is just off one of my old wheelchairs. Just down here is the joystick for the steering. It's just off a powered wheelchair. The steering systems are made by DISABILITIES in America. That's pretty much the only guy I've ever come across that can make them for these. If you're a paraplegic and you're looking to modify the hand controls on these things, there's a company called Shore Grip in America. They make them for all different kinds of these UTVs. They make them for the Kawasaki's, the Hondas, the Yamahas, the Polarises, all different models. They're probably all pretty similar. They also do make a transfer system, so you bolt it on the other side of the roll cage. You can look on their website. Maybe I'll put the link in. It's called Shore Grip. For you guys that are paraplegics, it bolts onto the side of the buggy, and then you slide over from your wheelchair. It'll lift you up, and then you can slide to the seat, and then that just folds up. Yeah, the guy that designed that was a paraplegic. Me, when I was getting into it, I couldn't find any information. I found a guy in Wisconsin, his name was John Mershko. I'm not sure how to pronounce his last name, but he was the first one I saw, and then I came across another guy, James Jaramillo in California. Yeah, he's had about 3 or 4 of these different things, and then he actually got good at modifying them, and obviously had a lot of help from machine shops and stuff. He races them and also does quite well, like can run mid-pack or better. So I'll throw a couple of pictures of his stuff in here, but I think it was his second buggy that I started copying for this one, just because he had pictures of it in a magazine called UTV Underground. Yeah, I just went off all his pictures, and yeah, I've never had any problems with it. Another modification I've done here, the batteries in these things, they mount them under the seat. The batteries, they go flat pretty quickly. If you need to get to any of the electrical stuff, it's a nightmare, especially for me sitting in it. You can't get to it if it goes flat or whatnot. So we relocated the battery out here. All right, so I'll go around to the other side and I'll point out some of the other modifications. We relocated the ignition, got a little bit of aluminium hanging off the key. Yeah, it's just easy to get to, easy to start. So the 4-wheel drive button, that's down here. 4-wheel drive, 2-wheel drive. Now when I first started it, this was the emergency switch I had on it. It's just like a jet ski, and I had that on my left hand, but it was just kind of getting in the way, and I prefer the big red switch up there, just to shut everything down at once, wire it all in together, and it's a lot better. This right here is my accelerator. When I get hoisted in here, transferred in, I just have to take that off.
So when it came to the accelerator and brake, we removed the brake reservoir, which was located under the foot brake pedal, and then made this bracket just like the one James Jaramillo had in the magazine. It doesn't look like much, but the way it's made gives us such good control with the accelerator when you pull back. Then with the brake, you can see the pole is slightly tilted forward because the reservoir is mounted directly to the bottom of the handle. You have really good feeling of the brake. Anyway, here's a couple of pictures of when we first fitted it to the side of the buggy. Then it sits inside this aluminium box we had made just for looks to cover it up. Then we have 4 braided brake lines made to connect into the reservoir. The seat we purchased is one of the Turkey 16 series drag car seats. With this cover also, we cut the left side off of the seat and made it a little bit larger for more stability side to side. We also fabricated a pin to put through so we can take it in and out when transferring into the seat. The cushion is, you guys know, Roho for pressure care, and then has some foam underneath for extra padding. 3 seat belts, 1 across the knee, 1 across the tummy, and 1 across the chest, and then fabricated a frame underneath the seat to bolt it to the main chassis.
If you're in a similar situation to me and you want to have a go at one of these off-road vehicles, we do have the joystick operated one behind me, 2-seater one, which I'm looking to be able to take disabled people off-road that are in electric powered wheelchairs just like myself. Okay, I'm pretty sure I'm ready to take you guys out on the tracks. So yeah, like I said before, if you're in a similar situation to me, you're in a powered wheelchair, you want to come for a run, we can just go locally. We can organise it between my support workers, your support workers. I think we can figure it out. You can have a look at the previous videos. Yeah, took it up north, a few different expeditions, but I really like this one. It's real comfortable. The seat, one of my old wheelchairs that was just cut up. Pretty much everything's adjustable. This whole section here comes out. The roof comes off this side. The roll cage comes off this side. So you just get hoisted straight in. I'm 6'1". I fit in there pretty comfortably. My knee comes pretty close to the dash there, but I've got a bit of foam. And then, yeah, it's all joystick operated. You can see in the center over there, we've got the joystick on the left side at the moment for a buddy of mine, Justin, that was having a go. If you want to have a look back, he's in one of the videos. If you do prefer it on the right side, we can switch it over to this side. It just bolts into that little section there. You bring your own cushion, so you're comfortable in your own cushion. As you get hoisted over, we'll just whip that cushion out. It Velcros in there, so you're all good to go there. This one's got emergency stop in the center over there. The best bet is, you know, always have someone, your support worker, mum, dad, brother, friend, or whoever you bring along in the driver's seat. The ignition, same thing. We relocated to the center there. And then those buttons in the middle, that just flicks it joystick drive to non-joystick regular steering wheel drive. I really like it. It's very, very comfortable, very easy to drive. As long as you got big space to drive in, it's really good. Same thing in the back here, we've got the fire extinguishers. So in the back of the one that I drive up front there, I just have some medical supplies, a drink bottle, fire extinguishers, a few tools, some glasses, goggles. I've got all similar stuff into this one, and I've got a little bit of recovery gear, some tow ropes, stuff like that in this one. Yeah, each one we just try to utilize space in the back and carry different things. So I'll go around the other side and I'll just see if I can see anything to talk about around there. Oh, it's got a CB. It's also got a headrest on the seat. Adjust the headrest up if you need to put it forward a bit. We've also got it forward. The seatbelt system's the same. So we've got one around the lower stomach area, one around the chest, and then one across the knees. And the hip supports also come out for transfers, just so you have plenty of room to get in and out. So this is the second one, 2-seater, either support worker, disabled person, or mum and dad, friend, whoever in this one.
Lastly on this one, I'll show you quickly under the dash here. This is all the wiring for the joystick control. There's a sprocket and chain on the drive shaft. There's also a computer board underneath this that operates the accelerator and brake, and also the steering all in one, just like a powered wheelchair. It's pretty complex, but it comes as a complete kit. You just have to fit it, program and calibrate it. It's governed for 30 kilometers an hour, and yeah, credit to Bill from Designability. So people like us with very high level injuries can get back to doing the things like we used to do before.
That's about it for this one. It's pretty straightforward. This one here is for your support workers or family members or friends. So if you're in the one up front there with one of your friends, maybe you want your support workers to follow or whatnot, this 2-seater one here can take 2 of, and then in the back here, same thing, the 2 fire extinguishers, and we carry a esky in this one just for a few drinks and a bit of food. So this one, yeah, pretty straightforward. It's all standard. We did make a roof for it, yeah, just out of 3mm aluminium stuff that we bent up from Bunnings. Not the greatest looking thing, but it does the job. It gets a bit hot sometimes when the sun's on you, but also if it was to rain, it would keep most of the rain off you. All right, one more.
Last one, this is the one NAF drives mostly, the only one that's fitted with a winch on the front, and also we welded a big tow hitch on the back. It's a 2017 Polaris Ace 900, plenty of power and very light. We have some camera gear in the back and also some recovery gear. If there's any issues on the track, this is the one that could hopefully tow us out of trouble. We also made this recovery bar to tow behind Mum's Ford Ranger if anything was to go really bad. The buggy up front does not have a steering wheel. Anyway, it's just an option for recovery if the steering was to break or the engine was to stop. To transport the vehicles, about 7 years ago we picked up this shopping trolley trailer and over the years have added a rear axle to make it dual tandem and also enclosed it. To save weight, the sides are polyurethane sunshade plastic. The other trailer was an old car trailer that we enclosed. Same thing, to save weight, polyurethane plastic sheets, but straight down the middle we installed a patient lift ceiling rail gantry for easy hoisting. That's a wrap for this video. We have 2 trips coming up, one on the Captain Fawcett track in Dwellingup with Justin and the other one down south. Bye for now.